Skagway interview series, season 2, episode something. Hello, who are you?
I didn't realize you were going to start with my socks. Hi, I'm Grace.
Grace, what's up?
You know, I'm just hanging out here with you, Bubba, drinking this stuff. Turns out it's not that great on its own. It does kind of need to be in something, but
Oh, well,
beggars can't
like
be choosers.
you. Oh,
Ayo.
So, Miss Chanel, where are you from?
I'm originally from a small town just outside of Providence, Rhode Island, called
Quahog?
Fuck you. It's not a real place. No, I'm from Burrville, Rhode Island, which is as far as you can be from the beach and still be in Rhode Island, which means it is 40 minutes away from the beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat. Wow, Rhode Island's small.
Yes.
Huh, who would have thunk it?
It's kind of our thing.
So, how did you end up here in Skagway?
It's not an interesting story. I get asked this question a lot by tourists. It's not an interesting story. I was working as a high school substitute teacher, which is the most boring job in the world. And so I just Googled.
Not making train bags?
I would rather make a train bag because high school students don't need help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Middle school students, they have behavioral issues. They need help. Elementary school students, they need help. High school students, they don't need help. Anyway, so I literally just Googled seasonal work for performers. And Alaska 360 tour guide was the first job notice that came up because it was the first alphabetically.
So that plays into the next question as I make this series for all my peeps back home to see all my cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how you and I met, or the first time we met?
I do remember the first time we met, Bubba.
I don't.
It was at 20th. I don't know if it was the day that I moved into 20th or the next day, but I had been kind of keeping to myself at that point. I had been hanging out with Olivia inside the house. But most of the gang was going out to hang out in the smoke shack. And I don't smoke weed, so I wasn't hanging out in the smoke shack. But then one day you were like, hey, I'm going to go have a cigarette in the smoke shack. And I was like, well, I'll participate in that.
Fuck, yeah.
So we hung out in the smoke shack. It was me, you, and Kex.
And you had a cigarette.
Smoking cigarettes.
And
not weed.
Can you reenact the first time I met your mother? Please.
My mother's name is Kathy. Hey, what up, Catheter? You know what I love about your daughter is that she loves the smell of cigarettes. My mom went, what?
I'm sorry about that. But you know what? It makes for a fun story.
It does make for a fun story.
So
she remembers you.
Hey, that's all. I made an impression.
She remembers that, but she also, because I still have at home your giant Carhartt hoodie.
Yeah.
I would have brought it up with me last year to give it back to you, but I didn't know you were going to be here last year because that was a surprise.
Yeah.
And then I felt like at this point, me and the Carhartt hoodie have been together for a while.
You can have it. It's yours. It doesn't have a zipper anyway.
It does not have a zipper. That's
so
okay. It's very cozy.
What is your personal life philosophy? What makes you tick? What makes you you?
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the first thing that's come to my head from that very loaded question. Are you familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I am familiar.
Okay, so in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, they are trying to find the answer to the meaning of life, the true meaning of life. And when they find the answer, finally, based on this supercomputer that claims to have figured out the true meaning of life, the answer it has come up with is just the number 42. So then they're like, okay, that's the answer to the meaning of life. But we don't know what the question was. We don't know what the equation was that the computer was using to get to this. We don't know why it came to this answer. So now we have to find the question that it was asked. So they go through all this effort to find the question. And when they find the question, it's just, what is 7 times 6? 42. And so the point behind that is that there is no meaning to life. Everything is ridiculous. Nothing means anything. It's all stupid. So you should just do whatever the fuck you want. And that's kind of my philosophy.
You gotta live it.
There's no deeper meaning. There's no greater, purpose.
Especially after yesterday. That's a
Just
good thing to
do
hear.
what you want to do that's going to make you happy, as long as it's not hurting anybody else.
By the way, for those that don't know, our good friend Tony Luis Rodriguez passed away yesterday of a sudden heart attack. And so, meaning of life, make it what you want. Like Tony said, life is but a drip from a faucet and a bucket in the grand scheme of the universe.
It is.
So, live it.
Yeah.
I really like your, just fucking do it. Life's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So, let's see. What else have we not tackled yet? What does Skagway itself mean to you?
My favorite story about Skagway, the story that I use to describe Skagway to other people, is back in 23, Olivia and I were down at the Skagway Spirits Distillery. Not sponsored. And she had forgotten her ID, so she told the bartender she didn't have her ID, and we lived back at 20th at this point. The distillery's on 9th. And she was like, I can't. It's going to take me a while to walk back to 20th. And the bartender says, well, I live right next door, and my bike is in my front yard. You can take my bike back to your house to get your ID.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, right. So she took his bike back to 20th, and that's my favorite story about that. I think sums up
that
Skagway.
Pretty much does.
Is the bartender will let you borrow his bike to go back to your house when you forget your ID.
Yeah, and then you had that $9 gin and tonic and went, wow.
No, not at the distillery. No, the distillery drinks are good, and they do more than it's.
I
not
know,
just
the distillery's
a gin and
good.
tonic.
So I think we've just about touched on everything. Is there any last thing you want to leave us with?
I think the great thing about Skagway seems like it's going to be the mountains and the, oh, it's so beautiful here. Especially, gosh, look at this.
Just look at it.
It seems like that's going to be the thing about Skagway that makes you keep coming back. That's what all the tourists tell you is like, oh, I understand why you live here because it's so beautiful here. And it is beautiful here. But like, after 3 years, the mountains look the same. They're still beautiful, but they look the same. I don't come back because of the mountains. I come back because of the people. Like that guy. Right there.
What? Well, Grace, this has been a good one. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff.
Pet the sweaty stuff.
Atta boy.